Hello, I'm here to talk about an overview of the Data Acquisition Toolbox for MATLAB and Simulink. My name is Jiro Doke. I'm a Senior Applications Engineer at the MathWorks. The Data Acquisition Toolbox provides a set of tools that allow you to configure and acquire data from data acquisition boards. With this, you can immediately analyze live or acquired data using MATLAB and Simulink. And also with this, you can configure hardware without having to leave MATLAB and use a different software. You can work with single-shot acquisition or continuous live acquisition of data. The toolbox supports different types of data acquisition devices as well as devices from different vendors. The toolbox supports hardware made by National Instruments and other companies listed here, and also supports any PC-compatible sound card and parallel ports. So what are the benefits of using MATLAB with Data Acquisition Toolbox? First, now you can use MATLAB as a single environment for acquiring data, analyzing data, and developing your application. This means that you don't have to use a different application or software for acquiring and configuring your hardware and a separate software for analyzing data. Now you can use MATLAB as a single software to do both, and this saves you time in transferring data between software. The second benefit is that MATLAB and Data Acquisition Toolbox are hardware neutral. This means that you can communicate with hardware created by different manufacturers. The toolbox interfaces with different types of hardware while providing a consistent interface to the user. This means that if you happen to require a different hardware for your application, then it takes very little modification on your program to make it work for your new hardware. And finally, the Data Acquisition Toolbox runs on top of MATLAB, which is widely used with over 1 million users today. That means there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of MATLAB experience and experience using its tools. Now let me just show you a couple examples of how you can use the Data Acquisition Toolbox to acquire data for analysis. Now this first example is based on an example code that you can download from our product web page. So this is the product web page. If I go to supported hardware, then click on sound cards, you can find a link that says download the MATLAB sound code. Now I've already downloaded this code before, so let me go straight to it. And this example shows you how easily you can configure your analog input data acquisition board, in this case it's a PC sound card, to acquire 2 seconds of data and do some analysis on it. So to configure, it just takes a couple lines to create an analog input object and also specify a channel. Once I create it, then I can configure and change the properties such as the sample rate and also number of samples to record per trigger. Now I can start the acquisition and it'll record for 2 seconds. It'll record my voice for 2 seconds. And then I can get the data and do some post-processing such as FFT and then plotting it. And then finally I can clean up afterwards by deleting the object. The Data Acquisition Toolbox also works with Simulink. And now you can acquire live or measured data and bring that directly into your Simulink model and do your simulations. Now this model can also be downloaded from our product website. So if I go back to the previous page, down below you can download the Simulink sound example. So I've already downloaded this once, so I'm going to open it up. Now you can see that this block is the data acquisition block for acquiring data from a data acquisition device. So I've configured it to acquire data from the Windows sound card. Then I'm going to do some processing and then display it in two types of visualizations. I can see that it has visualization and is analyzing this data as it's coming in to the sound card. So if I whistle, you can see that the FFT has captured the frequency of the whistle. Okay, so how do you get started? Well, you can request a trial for the Data Acquisition Toolbox, filling out the online form that you can access from our product website. So from this product page, you can click on this link to request a trial software. Also, this product web page includes all the information that you need to get yourself up and running on using this tool. You can go to the supported hardware and click on a vendor. It gives you a list of specific boards that the toolbox supports. But if you find a board that is not listed here, you can always request for additional information by filling out this form at the bottom. There's also a link to demos and webinars that you can run and get yourself familiar with using this tool. You can read some of our user stories. These are stories of users who have used the Data Acquisition Toolbox to solve their problems.